Alright everyone, so in this video we are going to be looking at how to set up Anaconda and Python environment in an Ubuntu 20.0 machine. Yep, so let's get started. So I just got this brand new Ubuntu setup a couple of days back. So those who want help on setting up Ubuntu, you can always come back to me. So let's just say, like I said, so what we'll be using is the Anaconda package. Anaconda is actually a platform for data scientists especially, and for scientific coders who actually get inbuilt and open source tools readily available for coding. The main advantage is it's built on Python, and it's not built on Python, it's built on C++. It has a lot of Python packages. The most commonly used packages are pandas, scikit-learn, and then yeah, numpy. Alright, so let's get started. First thing is to download Anaconda. So to get Anaconda for Linux, you have to visit the Anaconda.org website. Go to download Anaconda. Scroll right to the bottom of the page and click on the 64-bit installer for Linux. So the latest version of Anaconda comes with 3.8. We have 3.9 released, but 3.8 is the more stable version. So it is always good to go with the long-term support of the stable version. So to save time, I have already downloaded the package here. Yeah, Anaconda. It's about a 400 MB file. Alright, so next step will be to open the terminal. Navigate to the path where you have downloaded Anaconda. Yeah, and /Anaconda. Alright, I'll just zoom in here. Read the policies. You can skip that session, just press enter and give yes. Next step, it asks, do you want to go with the default folder for installation or whether you want to specify a different folder. In my case, I am the only person using this machine, so I'll just go with the default installation. Alright, so this step, which is actually the installation unpacking of the files, will take a couple of minutes, and then sure, we'll be ready to go. Now, while that is getting done, I would like to talk about the two versions. So one is Anaconda and one is Mini Conda. Anaconda is actually the bigger one, which actually comes with a lot more packages, pre-built packages, whereas Mini Conda is a basic Conda environment with no additional packages like SciPy or NumPy or Pandas. The advantage is that it helps us save a lot of space while we go for production deployments. So what we do is actually take a production container for Miniconda and create an environment, and then finally enable all the packages, install all the packages in it. So the next step here is actually asking whether you want to initialize Anaconda. The default is no. Let's give yes. So what this does is it adds the configuration to the Anaconda configuration that it should initiate or activate conda each time the terminal is actually restarted. So you can always undo this setting. You can go to conda config set auto activate base false. Next step is actually to restart the terminal. Yeah, so you can see here that the conda environment is already activated. Yeah, let me just move this a bit. Alright, so yep, check conda. Yep, it's all done. Now what is there in this environment? Python. Yeah, it comes, like I said, it comes with the latest version of Python 3.8, the version of Python. Now imagine that you are building an application, you want to switch from the version Python 3.8 to Python 3.5. How do you create a conda environment and then switch to another version of Python? So the command is pretty simple. First deactivate the current environment, conda deactivate. Yeah, so now you can see that the base is actually removed. You have come out of the base environment. You are in a normal Linux terminal. Now conda create -n, it stands for the name, new environment. Yeah, and then I want Python 3.5 in this environment, 3.5.4. Yep. Okay, so that again follows the same process of installing the sub environment. It's actually not as heavy as installing Anaconda. It creates a sub environment with all the packages necessary for Python 3.5 to run. And that's going to take a couple of minutes there. Yes. Now, while that's getting downloaded, let's talk about why we actually need an environment. The problem is that you have lots of applications running in open source, lots of applications posted in GitHub, and then you can't expect everyone to be building the same application. Building the application in the same Python environment. So when you see like some applications, TensorFlow supports Python 3.6, 3.7 above. Well, some applications would not have support for 3.7. So in that case, you need to create a separate environment or maybe a container space which actually acts an environment with Python, the specified version of Python. Yeah. So that is the main application. Another application is that when you take this environment to a deployment production server, you don't want it to be heavy. You don't have it to want it to have all the packages which you have installed for your dev environment. So you can split across the production environment, the dev environment, the testing environment. Yeah, that is another advantage. And yeah, so it's done. Okay, now first thing, let's list what all environments are there. Conda env list is the command. So right, as I said, you have the base environment and the newly created new environment. Now to activate the new environment, conda activate new env. Yeah, so you can see here new environment is activated. How do you check whether the Python version is the 3.0 version? You just give Python -- version. Yes, so you have a pretty new environment with Python 3.5.4 installed. You can switch between environments by initiating commands like conda deactivate, conda activate base. Yeah. Version. Alright guys, so that's my short introduction of how to create or how to install and create a Python Anaconda environment on on Linux server, Linux machine. That's exactly the Ubuntu 20.04. Thank you.